Good evening, Leroy. How you doing?
I'm a little cold. My wife was outside walking the dogs, and then she came in and she all like hugged me and stuck her hand underneath my shirt. And now I'm all cold, and I'm just like,
God, you're old.
I know.
Speaking of cold, have you seen the forecast for the Bengals, Ravens, and Cincinnati?
Well, I know the Bears game, the high is going to be like -3. So
it's going to be 12 in Cincinnati.
Yeah. They were saying it's going to be the coldest game at Soldier Field that's ever been recorded, which is crazy because you and I both know that there have been some very, very cold games at Soldier Field.
It's wild that the coldest game in NFL history is in Cincinnati.
Right.
Yeah, Freezer Bowl. Right. Freezer Bowl with it. What a shock. Colts news happens, and John Malone is here for it. It never fails.
And it couldn't come at a better time, seeing as how you all have forgotten how to win a football game.
Oh, and it begins already. Hand under your shirt sounds like a spicy night to me, says one Stephen Smith. I'll be darned. Starting it off wild. Oh, boy. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Sorry for last week. Snow kind of threw a wrench into Leroy's week. And I think that's kind of what it did to everybody because no one knows what to do if it snows.
Well, so and the issue comes in is that, Wednesdays are really the only night. This week I have Wednesday and Thursday night off, but I have stuff going on every other night this week. And so
that's the reason we do it on Wednesdays is because for the most part, that's the one day that we know that there's very rarely going to be a game.
Yep. So when we have cancellations or we have delays, then we're kind of at the mercy of the schools. And sometimes it's not as easy as I'm a little bit frustrated because both the girls and the boys are playing on Friday night on the road, which means that I have to have my color guy go with me, which is the girls broadcaster. And I as much as I love having color commentators, I'd feel much better if I was doing that game by myself.
No comment. No, I can't comment on color commentators when I'm in this show. Ooh, it's getting awkward in here. No, luckily my color commentator usually drives himself, and I think that's more that he just doesn't want to be in the car with the K105 crew. That's probably that. Also, if we're being honest, I don't know that Steven would probably not fit.
I have questions, Steven, and I told you
probably also wouldn't fit in the Civic.
I told you I was going to message you a couple of weeks ago to talk to you about some of the questions that I have about Samuel Gormley, but I haven't had a chance to yet. But
I don't think we really need to do that. Last time we were here, though, was the day before Thanksgiving, which feels like a month ago. It does. It feels like it was only 2 weeks, but it feels like a month ago. So let's recap the pick contest. And Leroy, I've made an executive decision, and I think you'll agree with this, that both the Cougs and Taylorville, even though Taylorville played, the Cougs did not play. I say we say no contest in high school picks. So that would have given me a point and no one else because I was the only one that picked. So I'm just going to say, but Taylorville played Williamsville. Was I even right? Did Williamsville win?
They did, 44-40.
Okay, so I would have gotten a point then. So it doesn't matter. The other point totals for the week, we all struggled. America only got 2. Leroy and myself both got 4 for that. I'm not even going to recap the games itself because it's just hilarious talking about Bengals Ravens on Thursday night. It just feels forever ago that even happened. So
you just don't want to talk about that because you all got your butts kicked.
The Bengals won by 25 points in that game. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Bengals won by 25 points in that game. So the overall standings, I have 89. America has 80. And Leroy, you're catching up to America. You had 75. There's a lot for us to talk about. Like I was thinking about.
I tell you what, I got my things to talk about. This is the longest sheet I've had in quite a while, but we have a lot. We have a lot to get to. We really do.
I think I hated that we weren't on last week because we didn't get to talk about the biggest news, at least in the this realm of the country, is that Kentucky now has a new football coach, which is kind of wild. They fired Mark Stoops and hire Will Stein. Leroy, I want you to be honest. Did you know who Will Stein was when Kentucky hired him?
No, the only thing that I noted was there was $251 million in dead money. Basically, $251 million of money that was paid out to coaches who were not working for a team. They were paying $1 million to stay at home. which I find fascinating, and also shows that you and I really picked the wrong industry to be involved with
college coaching. Yeah,
because college football coaches, you know, you get a decent pay unless you do something stupid like one Sherrone Moore. You're set forever, and we will talk. That's a pretty breaking news story that we will talk about here in a little bit. But that is a wild situation in itself. But yes, yeah, but no, I had not heard of your new coach.
Will Stein, the new Kentucky offensive. So he's the new Kentucky head coach. He was Oregon's offensive coordinator. He's a Kentucky native. Grew up a Kentucky fan. Played at Louisville though. Interesting that a Kentucky fan goes to Louisville, so you get a Louisville connection there. But seems like he's bringing a lot of hope to the team. And that is kind of fun. And we don't really need to dive that deep into it because maybe the most interesting college football hiring was that Pat Fitzgerald goes to Michigan State.
Love it. I love this move. I love this. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
No, we don't need to go. Something else? You don't need to go into it. You've already gone into it enough over the years about what you think about Pat Fitzgerald's time at Northwestern and how it ended. We don't need to. We've already got enough to talk about than to allow you go on your 20-minute rant right now because we both know that you could go for the next 3 hours on it.
The only thing I'll say to that.
How about this?
Put up the 40.
Here, yep, that's exactly what I was doing. There you go. Go.
Listen, no one will work harder for that football team than Pat Fitzgerald. Fantastic coach. We talk about Ben Johnson and his effect on the Bears. Pat Fitzgerald has a very similar effect on his players. They will run through walls for that guy. Really excited to see what he can do. Now, Michigan State has a fairly tough schedule next year, and they're dealing with brushback from earlier, so their recruiting is going to be horrible, which Pat Fitzgerald should be used to horrible recruiting. But excited to see what that program is here 3 to 5 years down the road with what Pat can bring to them.
There you go. Bang. You've done it. Good job. We'll have more in the play clock a little bit later on in the show. That's some of the news that comes up. I'm trying to think of the other big things. So we could talk a little bit about the start to our high school season.
Hey, in fact, hold on. We were number one for about 45 minutes. We were number one for about.
And now you're seven. And now you're seven.
I told Christy, I said, what pisses me off is the Bears are going to lose to Green Bay, and I won't have a chance to gloat about the Bears sitting at number one seed because they're going to lose to Green Bay this week. And they lose on the last play on the road, which I was very proud of their effort, but I didn't get a chance to gloat about. So I'm gloating now. We were number one seed for about 45 minutes. There we go. I feel better.
There you go. Good job. Well done. Well done. High school basketball season. I want to start with last night. We have to start the show with a huge shout out to one Hannah Smith, who's Steven's daughter,
who's kicking butt.
Last night had 16 points and 21 rebounds and 6 blocks. 21 rebounds, Leroy. That is an insane amount of rebounds. And I know Steven is very, very proud of her for that. What a heck of a performance last night from Hannah Smith in the Lady Cougars win. Just what a game. What a game. 21 rebounds. That's a lot of rebounds. So really congrats to Hannah. I wanted to make sure that we mentioned that too. I know she's watching.
Somebody that counts rebounds?
Steven, well, see, so what's funny is Steven was keeping track of it, and Steven's better half, Heather, was also keeping track of it. And Steven had 18, Heather had 19, so we went with Heather, because for one, 19 is better than 18, and felt like she's probably more accurate anyways. And then we got a message from the coach this morning, said, no, it's actually 21. We went back and statted it again. It was like, whoa, 21 rebounds. That's a ton in a game, a ton. But yeah, Steven usually keeps, he's got his... In fact, Steven came on yesterday. I sit down and he's got like a little nice notebook that he's brought to the games now. He's gone big time on me. It's like nice one of those those nice skinned notebooks and all that. Like it's nice. He's gotten fancy on me. It's kind of like this, like something like this.
Yeah.
I like
Look at you. All right.
I like it. He's taking his notes in there. It's real fancy. I appreciated it.
I'm just proud if I can keep track of 2s, 3s, and free throws. So
yeah, I do points, and he keeps track of Hannah's rebounds.
If I can stay up on fouls and points, I'm feeling pretty good with myself.
See, it was fun. So on Friday of last week, we went. I drove to Marshall County High School and called a game in the Marshall County Hoop Fest, which is one of the biggest high school basketball tournaments in the nation, or about invitationals. It wasn't a tournament; it was just games being played. I mean, the list of people who have played in this invitational is unbelievable. Literally, some of these guys. I mean, just wild. Yeah, the rest of the girls are out of luck on rebounds, Steven says. Hannah's the most important one. She knows that. But it was really cool. We drove down, and Grayson County and boys basketball played a team out of Georgia who is the number 32 team in the nation. They had a kid who's a sophomore who's the 5th best player in the sophomore class. Okay. They had a kid who was like the 28th best player or 15th best player in the junior class, and a kid who was like the 28th best player in the junior class. This team was loaded. And the Cougs were winning with 3 minutes left. Ended up losing by 5, but it was a really fun name. But I'm going to tell you right now, you need to remember this name. Okay? Bentley Lucchino.
Bentley Lucchino?
Remember that name right now. He will be a lottery pick.
All right, you heard it here first from the press box. You heard it here first.
He will be a lottery pick. That dude, he went 11 of 13 from the field. He's 6'11", arms down to his ankles, like 6'11", 11 of 13 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3. And the thing with him is the dude didn't even hit the rim when he made the basket. Every single time, just nothing but net. And all of these like contested shots. And I was just like, I would love to, like, wouldn't you love to just one time be able to play? Well, you'd probably like to do anything 6'11", but still, wouldn't you love to be able to play a game 6'11" and just be really freaking good at basketball?
Just once. Once.
Just how fun would that be?
Just once. I would love to. Or like any of those things, right? Race, go do a race and lead a lap or something.
You want to race at IndyCar at 6'11"? That might be a little tough.
No, I think the tallest guy was Justin Wilson, and he was like 6'4". And like he could barely fit into that car. The 6'11", man, like you don't even have to like lift up your arm all the way up to dunk that ball. I mean, that is.
Well, see, it was funny. They came up, since they're from Georgia, they don't know like all the Kentucky basketball rules. And I saw one of them, and I never mentioned this during the broadcast, and I don't even think I told Steven this. It was funny. One of them goes up to the refs. They were on the floor. And usually if the refs are on the floor, what can you not do during warmups?
Dunk.
I saw one of them go up, be like, "Can we dunk?" And one of the refs goes, and looks to the other ref, and that guy's like, he's like, "I don't care." And then all of a sudden it was like, "Okay, NBA Jam time." And I'm sitting there trying to like do a pregame show, and I'm like, "Oh, this is kind of fun." And then I'm thinking, "Oh boy, Cougs. Oh boy,
we're gonna die." And then it's as broadcasters, like there's a moment where you look at the other team warming up, and you can kind of tell when you're watching the other team warm up for the most part what kind of game it's going to be. You can kind of see the team and know, okay, hey, they're good shooters, or hey, they're good 3 shooters, or whatever. When you got like Taylorville played against East St. Louis one year, and we lost by 40 points. They had a kid that was going to Kansas and a kid that was going to Kansas State. And they dropped. And
see, so this would be like if there were 3 of them against this.
Right. And so it was just one of those things where you watch them during warm up and you're like,
It was fun, and then Grayson played really, really well. Lost by 5, but it was one of those, like, I've never seen their coach so happy after losing.
Oh, yeah. When you play that well against a team like that, like Taylorville was down by East St. Louis, like down by 5 at halftime. And then their legs just fell apart in the second half. But he beamed about that first half, man. The first quarter, he was all excited. Second quarter, he was all excited. He's like, yeah, we lost, but hey, we But so so in Taylorville, I sit on the sideline. I don't sit up. I sit on the sideline down the floor level, and they have a leak right where I sit. And so they've moved us
like the vegetable.
No, like a leak from the, and they moved us to the end of the row. And I low-key dislike it because I'm just like, I'm used to sitting in a certain spot. And
Did
so
you saying you're bougie?
Now I have the trail referee who is always in front. Like when you're back farther, you can see it's just like, okay, I know I'm sitting right behind you, dude. I know you got a game to call, but I know I'm sitting right behind you, man.
You know what? I think somewhere around here I have an umbrella hat. You want me to send it to you? You could just wear your umbrella hat.
Can I? I just want the hat that's got the little beanie, the little like spinny propeller thing.
Yeah.
You got an umbrella one?
Yeah, I have an umbrella hat around here somewhere. Yeah. I think that would fit you better. You could just wear that, and the water will
for Halloween instead of the banana.
To be honest with you, I don't know where it is now. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think because it's not mine. It was given to Zach, who was on with us, over the summer.
Yeah,
it's his, and for some reason, he just left it in my old office and never would take it back. And I'm like, I don't want this, and it just stayed there.
Yours now.
Yeah, pretty much. And so because of that, I have an umbrella hat, and when it came here when we moved, and started working from home, and I think it's in a box packed away somewhere.
Need it for the next Indy 500. Paul and I are going to need that for the next Indy 500 when it rains, man.
You guys going to share it and get underneath of it and something?
Yeah, something.
It's not like you got any hair to mess up.
I got a little.
Yeah,
I got a little.
Is that?
I'm shaving it tonight.
You'd be Dr. Phil, right? Wouldn't it? Or Paul Feinbaum if you grew it out?
Yeah. Who's David Letterman's?
Oh, Paul
Schaefer. Paul Schaefer.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say Paul Molitor. I was like, nope, that's not it. That's not Paul Molitor.
Player.
That is. Speaking of baseball players, screw Kyle Schwarber. Screw him.
He wasn't going to you guys anyway. He was going either to Philly or Pitt.
No, he was not going to go to Pittsburgh. He was going to go. It was Cincinnati made the same offer Pittsburgh did. That's what C. Trent Rosecrans from the Athletic reported. I think 5 years, 125, and Schwarber took 5 years, 150. I just would have loved to have known because listen, there is an allure in playing in front of your hometown. Like there is, and I just would love to know.
A lot of the NHL guys in their last year. Their last year, like Jonathan Taves, right? Jonathan Taves is most likely in his last year. He went back to Winnipeg to go play 1 year in front of his home. There is something special about playing in front of your home crowd, man. There really is.
I don't really know what the chances were for the Reds to ever get him, but I just would have loved to have known, okay, Kyle, was it 145? Like, was it $5 million less to play in your hometown? Like, was it $20 million less? Because, it's wild to sit here and say, but, like, once you make $100 million, like, is there really that much of a difference? Like, and it's wild for us to say because it's like, is there that much of a difference between $25 million and for us being like, yeah.
Listen, there's a big difference between $25 and $40, okay? Yeah. All right.
And that's where I just wish I would have known okay, what was it ever close? Was it ever close? And I don't know the answer to that if it was or not. But it would have been.
I just love these winter meetings because everybody's attached to everybody. So every team is like, oh, I had a shot at him. We talked to him. We were interested. He was gonna. We were this close to signing him, and I just want to be like, were you really that close to signing him, or are you just trying to say that so you can save a little bit of face in front of your fans?
What do you think about the Dodgers getting Edwin Diaz?
I want to thank Stephen Smith for his baseball team that will force us to have a lockout for the entire 2027 season. So thank you.
What's the percentage chance that we play in 2027?
15.
Will they play at all?
Yes. Because the thing is, if they don't, it will kill the sport.
Do they care?
At some point, they have to. And I know you're too young to remember the 1994 strike.
Well, yes, but considering I wasn't born.
Right. But at some point, get over here then. baby. At some point, they've got to care. They do. Because, like, otherwise they're SOL. They're out of everything. At some point, they've got to care.
And see, I don't, like, Steven, I agree with you completely. They better care. If I told you to bet over or before or after the All-Star game.
After.
You think it'll be after? When they start the season?
August minimum.
So it'll be like COVID.
Yep.
Interesting. And that would
baseball
needs
to be figuring out what they want to do right now as far as, and they're not because they're stupid, but they need to be already, how are we going to get ahead of this? How are we going to get?
Without question. What is happening behind you?
London has some kind of goggles on her face. I don't know what's going on.
Tool set one.
She's got goggles for a tool set, and she is fixing the bed.
Is it, does she have 6 or 7 pairs of goggles?
7. Well, I'm going to turn 7.
I hate you.
6, 7.
You're welcome.
You proud of yourself? You proud of yourself?
Very, very proud of yourself. That's what you get for your dang play clock question a couple weeks ago. You know exactly what you did, and I'm still grouchy about it. Steve, is this 25 to 30 games? 25 to 30 games. Steven, are you saying 25 to 30 game season? Because at that point, is it even worth saving?
Yes. Yes. But only because...
Because here's the thing. You're thinking 25 or 30 games. That means you're starting in what? Mid-August? Guess who's starting in mid-August?
I know, but...
But the NFL. And that's where it's like, would the damage... Like, the damage would already be done so much. And again, this is like a summer conversation when there's not as much to talk about. In fact, we should almost just save it. All in divisions. So pretty much doing a COVID season, I guess is the thing. I don't know. It's scary.
A 16 game MLB season? Oh, man, I tell you what. You you thought NFL games were tight. Woo! Yeah,
without question. Replacement players?
At that point, you just have a big tournament, right? At that point, you have a big 30 team tournament, 15 on each side, and that's the 7, and call it a day, man. Big old tournament.
God, that would be a mess. Paul's stats of the week. Yeah. Paul's stats of the week that he shared last week, but since we didn't have a show, I told him I would save him for this week's show. I don't know where Paul is. Hopefully he's okay.
Thanks, Paul.
He'll probably appear now. You got to say his name 3 times and he appears. Isn't that it?
Nope. I got it. Okay. Caleb Williams is the GOAT. All right. Caleb Williams may have had a bad first half, but Caleb Williams will be one of the greatest Bears quarterbacks of all time.
Nope.
Well, that's a low bar.
I didn't say it wasn't. And what
that's a low bar. Is he going to win 6 or 7 Super Bowls?
I wish I could mute him. Oh, I wish I could mute him. I can't.
It's not a high bar.
I didn't say it was a high bar. I didn't say it was anything crazy. Just saying.
Davante Adams has been called the goal line GOAT for good reason, including the pair of scores on Sunday. I'm assuming this is a couple Sundays ago. Adams has 60 career receiving touchdowns inside of the 10-yard line, breaking a tie with Jerry Rice, who previously had the most of 58. That's kind of a fun stat. Of Paul's first one of the week. Josh Allen is a strong case for being the best dual threat quarterback in NFL history. To be precise, he has at least 76 reasons, those being his 76 career rushing touchdowns. He passed Cam Newton a couple of weeks ago. And Trey McBride surpassed Jimmy McGraham for the most receptions by a tight end in his first 4 seasons all time. Former Bear Jimmy Graham, right? Wasn't he on the Bears for a stretch?
He was for 2 years, yep.
Old Jimmy Graham, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was. That was right.
I will always remember Jimmy Graham because the Bears beat the Saints in like it was either the last week of the season or the second to last week of the season, and Graham caught a touch. Actually, I don't think the Bears won. I think the Bears lost that game. But Graham caught a touchdown in the end zone and just kept running and ran right into the locker room.
Yes.
Yep. You remember he caught the touchdown and it was like they were still kept running and he ran straight.
I do remember that.
He was done, man. I was like, oh, that's the last time I'm going to see Jimmy Graham. Oh, sad.
Let's do your player, right?
Yep. And the way we've been doing this lately is we have an old player and a new player.
Is it a football one this week? Because I know a football player's birthday it is today.
No, it's both of these are baseball, and actually the birthday's been awful. The birthday's been awful this week. Huh?
You aren't going to put up Joseph Lee Burrow today?
I am not going to put up Joseph Lee Burrow.
You mean to tell me that you think I'd be able to get it pretty quick?
Yeah, you'd be able to get that fairly quick. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you, weirdo. This is the old player, Hall of Fame, Cy Young, 3-time All-Star. Wore the number 46 and 30, looks like, for Philadelphia. Then 31, 19, 31, and 31.
Okay. Why don't you heat up next one here?
All right. Had an 84 career WAR, 284 wins, 226 losses, 334 ERA, 664 games, 594 of them started, 4,500 innings pitched, 3,000 strikeouts, and a whip of 1.142. This guy was good.
I want to say Maddox, but that's not right. Is it Maddox?
It is not.
Okay.
But this guy shares a number with Greg Maddox.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of where I was leaning towards.
Yeah.
Oh, he's old.
That's why I said this is the old guy. His jersey is retired. His jersey is retired with Greg's.
Steve Carlton.
It is not Steve Carlton. No,
that's a good guess though.
But his number is retired with the Cubs.
Boy. I know when you say this name, I'm going to know it.
I hope so. I really hope so, brother.
Oh, John's right. John's right.
Who does John say?
Base McBall. He's right. Yep. It is Base McBall, isn't it? That's
McBall.
Who is this?
All right. So he played for Philadelphia. Look at those teams, man. 24 wins, 13 losses, 25 wins, 12 losses. This is Ferguson Jenkins.
Okay, Fergie Jenkins was in the back of my mind, but I thought it was wrong. And I didn't want to make a stupid guess because I was thinking of Fergie Jenkins.
Yep, that's it. All right, this next one's going to be super easy. Look at that. Look at that.
Is it Manny Ramirez, 99?
3-time MVP, Rookie of the Year, 7-time All-Star, Home Run Derby champ, 5-time Silver Slugger, batting title, Major League Player of the Year, and won the Clemente Award.
Wonder who this is. Even John knows this one.
John better know this one. 53 home runs this season alone, 368 already. Woo! He was drafted by the Oakland Athletics in 2010 and told the Athletics, I'm good. Thanks, though. The New York Yankees in 2013, California State University in Fresno. And he's done all right for himself. Couple All-Stars, couple MVPs, Silver Slugger Award.
1.1 WAR in 2020, though.
Yeah. Not very good. Not very good. That COVID year really, really killed him. But that is, of course, Aaron Judge right there. Good job, John. I'm proud of you.
Do you have a couple of tidbits for us to hit, and then we
can do
our colleges or not?
I will get to our tidbits, but by the way, I pulled up Aaron Judge because Baseball Reference, where I go to get a lot of all that information, had the most Baseball Reference player that was searched up. Aaron Judge was the top guy in Kentucky and Illinois. That's why I grabbed him today.
It wasn't. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think it was his birthday today, was it?
No.
Because I felt like that would have been something.
Fergie's birthday is this week, but Aaron Judge, I just grabbed. All right, we got a lot of stuff to get through.
Why don't you just start off here with Blake's?
What's Blake got?
He wants to know about Sharon Moore.
All right, let's get to Sharon Moore and what's going on with Sharon. So Sharon Moore, of course, got fired today for cause. He got fired after a university investigation found credible evidence that he was engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Unconfirmed reports are that he got the staff member pregnant and that she ended up having an abortion, and he refused to pay for any of it. Biff Poggi was named interim coach. Michigan is slated to play Texas in the Citrus Bowl on December 31st. Moore ends his career at 17-8 with a final game loss of 27-9, of course, to Ohio State that Blake fondly remembers. 39-year-old had gone through 2 years of his 5-year contract as the Wolverines head coach. The school's firing for cause means it isn't planning to pay nearly $12.3 million it would have owed him on his deal. And lots of stuff coming out about this story. And I promise you that we are not even close to finding out. But apparently Sharon was in protective custody, threatened to kill himself to his wife, left his house, went to a staffer and held a knife to his own throat, said, I'm going to kill myself, but you first, and was intercepted at a church by police because his wife had his location, and he fled, and apparently there was a OJ-type chase that went through the streets of the city where police chased after him and finally grabbed him and arrested him and put him into custody. But I'm telling you, the next couple of days, a whole lot more is going to come out about this story. But this has been what a wild evening story that this has been breaking. And I promise you that
fired and arrested in the same day. That's what a day.
That takes skill. This is also the third scandal that Michigan has had in the last 5 years. I don't think this is over. I think this is just the opening salvos of. Hope it was worth it. That is
Leroy. I want to tell you right now. If I told you this is what could happen in the next 5 years, but Northwestern win the national championship next year, you would absolutely take it.
The scandal. Let's go.
I was going to say you would take it without question. It's just like if I told you that the Bears win the Super Bowl this year, but Ben Johnson turns out to be a blah, 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 and they shut the Bears franchise down, you're going to be happy.
Fine. Super Bowl win. I don't care. All right. Let's talk about Phillip Rivers. A little bit. So Phillip Rivers, Colts head coach Shane Steiger was asked whether Phillip Rivers will play Sunday at Seattle. We'll see how the week goes. We'll get to the end of the week and make that decision. Some stats about old Phillip Rivers. His last NFL game was on January 9th, 2021. It's been 1,800 days, 1,795 days since he threw a pass. The Colts made the playoffs in 2020. The last time they made it, Rivers was their quarterback. Rivers is a semifinalist for the 2026 Hall of Fame class, but if he's elevated to the active roster, his name will be removed and his clock will reset for another 5 years.
That's what I'm like, why would you it's not like he would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he might have gotten in.
He's still getting in. I still think he's getting in, even if the joke is that he saw Matthew Stafford getting close to his career like receiver, like passing yards.
I'm just like, Colts, how, like, seriously?
Blows my mind.
Like the Bengals trading for Joe Flacco, like old man Flacco at least was like playing.
So Rivers' new center, Tanner Bartolini, was 1 year, 10 months old when Rivers was drafted. His current head coach, Shane, was on the Chargers staff during Rivers' tenure there. And Rivers worked with Colts rookie quarterback Riley Leonard during the pre-draft process. If Rivers starts on Sunday, he'll be the third oldest starting quarterback in NFL history, and of course the oldest to play this season. Rivers will join 4 other guys as only the 5th quarterback ever to start a game at 44 or older. Now, Sam, I know
Brady.
3 of the 4. Can you name any of them?
Brady, right?
Yep, Brady's one of them.
Didn't like Steve Young do it?
Nope.
Or it wasn't Montana, was it?
Nope. This guy played a majority of his career for the Oilers.
Warren Moon?
Yep.
Okay.
And this guy was Jay Cutler before Jay Cutler.
Kyle Orton?
No. Vinny Testaverde.
Okay.
And then the other guy I've never heard of, Steve DeBerg. Maybe some of you guys that are a little bit older than I am can tell me who Steve DeBerg is. But Steve DeBerg is the other guy. As the oldest, only the fifth quarterback ever to start a game at 44 or older. Rivers actually considered coming back. They're looking for a head coach, and they just considered grabbing him in 2023. What do we think? What? No, to play.
Oh, yeah, you said head coach. I was like, what?
Sorry, the 49ers wanted Philip Rivers to play in 2023.
Because 49ers have a pretty good head coach.
All right.
I think it's a joke.
The NFL notified teams today that it will shorten the time between picks in the first round of the draft. I'm sorry, Sam, from 10 minutes to 8 minutes, starting with 2026 draft in Pittsburgh. Okay, so shorten the length of the first round, which had been finishing around 10:45 p.m. Central Time. Teams were on board with this. Roger Goodell first mentioned this possibility on the Friday of the Green Bay draft on Pat McAfee's show.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Look, it's the first round of the pick. You all should know who you're drafting.
They're gonna go to commercial before the Bengals pick anyway, so it doesn't matter.
NFL announced also today that it will return to Munich, Germany in 2026 and 2028 to play regular season games as part of a multi-year partnership with the city of Munich and FC Bayern Munich. The games will be played at Bayern Munich Stadium. Police have arrested a 20-year-old Bronx man, charged him with attempted murder, assault, and criminal possession of a weapon in connection with the shooting of Jets player Chris Boyd. Buccaneers signed veteran outside linebacker Jason Pierre-Paul, or at least 95% of him, to their practice squad after a tryout on Monday. Shut up, that's funny. Shedeur Sanders is set to be the Cleveland starter for the remainder of the season. Watch him have a career game against Chicago on Sunday. Watch him just...
You know what you deserve after that joke?
No, don't mute me. That's funny.
No. I got a better idea.
Right?
Is hey, London, do you know if Shedeur's going to play 6 or 7 games less the rest of the year?
Yes.
6 or 7. What do you think?
You can do it.
Oh, she's not taking it.
She's not. She's all working on
she's
fixing the fan now.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Hopefully it doesn't take her 6 or 7 minutes. Okay.
She did do the 6-7 motion though.
Dad, okay. I wish his whole room was 6-7.
Do you?
Okay.
You're a dork. All right.
Yep.
This last Sunday saw the NFL's two most tenured coaches, Pittsburgh's Mike Tomlin and Baltimore's John Harbaugh, square off for the 39th time. It was the second most in NFL history between head coaches, and trailing only former Bears coach George Halas and Packers coach Curly Lambeau, who squared off 49 times. Speaking of Mike Tomlin, the Pittsburgh Steelers are not going to fire him, but they do have
overrated. They
do have a significant decision to make early next year. After the season, Tomlin's contract will have 2 years remaining on it, 2026, and a team option in 2027. But according to league sources, the Steelers must decide whether to pick up the option on Tomlin's contract by March 1st. There will be organizational meetings and decisions that occur not until after the season is complete, with a full body of work for all appropriate parties to review and see what goes from there.
Lifetime deal. Give it to him. The most overrated coach in NFL history is Mike Tomlin. The most overrated coach in NFL history is Mike Tomlin.
You feel better?
No, I could keep going.
MLB news: winter meetings took place. Braves signing Mike Yastrzemski to a 2-year deal with a 3rd-year option. Pete Alonso signing with the Orioles. Pirates are signing Gregory Soto. Kyle Finnegan is staying in Detroit. Dodgers are signing Edwin Diaz. Kyle Schwarber is staying in Philadelphia. And the Chicago White Sox somehow won the MLB draft lottery. That is the least important draft in all of sports. Congratulations to Jeff Kent, I guess, on making the Hall of Fame. Your thoughts on Jeff Kent making the Hall of Fame?
I got no issues with that. Barry
Bonds does.
Well, shouldn't have done the roids.
Stuart Scott's 30 for 30 is airing tonight. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, obviously, but I will. But I just wanted to give a big shout out If you grew up like I did watching SportsCenter, Stuart Scott played a big part of my childhood, and I know you're a little bit younger than I am, but
still, absolutely for me growing up with Stuart Scott,
so,
and Stump the Schwab.
2 days ago was the first day in NHL history to feature 4 game-tying goals within the final 15 seconds of regulation. Speaking of tying goals, Patrick Kane is 3 goals away from scoring 500. Lando Norris won the F1 championship by only 2 points. he had a huge lead with about 3 races, just pissed it all away. It'd be the equivalent of Kentucky leading Tennessee by 40 points and winning by 2 or losing by 2, depending on what's going on with them. But and then Chris Paul has been cut as well, and unceremoniously as Chris Paul just kind of disappeared there. It's crazy to think that he was part of that big Lakers what could have been deal that never ever happened.
I kind of remember that long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, what was the Lakers Chris Paul trade that never happened?
Yeah, I don't really remember. I'm not as much of an NBA guy to do that.
Chris Paul was traded to the Lakers for Chris Paul to the Lakers from the Hornets, Paul Gasol to the Rockets, and other players to the Hornets. The NBA, which owned the Hornets at the time, nullified the deal, citing league-level concerns. Paul was traded to the Clippers instead, creating a major what-if in NBA history.
Are those your tidbits?
That's it, my friend.
All righty. You time for a little real college or not? Are you ready?
Oh, let's do it.
Okay, this game is really simple. I've got a list of 10 colleges here, and Leroy just got to tell me whether this is a real college or a fake college, okay? Are you ready?
I am ready, my friend.
Greenfield State College. Greenfield State College, real or fake? Greenfield State College.
Come here, 6'7".
Yay!
John wants to know is it 6 or 7 colleges. John says it's right. It's
What
real.
is this?
I don't know.
I'll say real.
You say it's real. It is fake. Not a real school. Not a real one.
Thank you, London.
Doane University. Doane University. Is it real or is it fake?
Fake.
London says it's fake.
Okay.
Leroy, what do you say?
I say fake.
John says it's real, and John is correct. It is real.
Wow, where's that?
It is in
Virginia,
Nebraska.
Rhode Island?
Nebraska. Rocky Mountain Institute of Arts and Letters. Rocky Mountain Institute of Arts and Letters.
If that's a real school, I'm going to be really, really mad. Fake.
But as you know, sometimes the more absurd they are,
I know, but I am going fake on this one.
I pick real.
and it is fake. It is fake.
Darn it.
Avila University. Avila University.
Mm.
So I think there's an Avila College. You don't know what you're talking about.
I think it's real.
How old are you next week?
6.
Right? Six?
Or
She's got a birthday coming up. I'm going.
5 days.
I'm going. Not that she's counting. I'm going with real.
You say Avila University is real, and it is real.
Oh.
It is
Yes,
true. Good job there. Mission Hills College. Mission Hills College.
Sounds like someplace in Tennessee or Kentucky. I'll go real.
I go fake.
And you would be correct, London. It is fake.
Yay!
fake. She's going to be 7, Christy says.
You proud of yourself? You proud of yourself? Good.
New England College.
Mm,
New England College.
fake.
These are my favorite. New
Wait.
England College.
Real. I think.
What do you think?
I think real.
What's your guess, Leroy?
Fake.
It is real. New England College is real. Lone Star Pacific University.
Fake.
Lone Star Pacific University.
I think it's fake.
I'm going with fake on this one as well.
And you would be correct.
Tusculum
Tusculum University. Tusculum University.
Tusculum?
Mhm.
That sounds fake enough to be real. I'm going to go with real.
I do fake.
It is real.
Oh,
It's also
darn
the
it.
oldest college in the state of Tennessee.
Oh, shucks.
Riverbend Technical University.
Ooh.
Riverbend Technical University.
This is a hard one. I don't.
This is a hard one for you.
I think it's real.
Fake.
It is fake.
Oh.
And the last one is Henderson State University.
Real.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
Henderson
real.
State University. You say it's real, and you would
Some
both
school in
be
Tennessee.
correct. It's not in Tennessee, but you're close. It is in Arkansas. There you go. You did pretty good at that today. Pretty good. Not too bad at all. Time for a little bit of play clock, right? That's next up.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
All righty. Would you like to ask your answer?
I will answer first.
All righty. In fact, I'm just going to say we're just going to have it.
Are we doing it?
19 play clock questions for me. We're going to ask ChatGPT to write these for because I am not feeling creative tonight at all.
Okay. I've got some good ones tonight, guys.
Okay, so you're picking 19?
Yep, 19.
Okay, it is. It's loading right now. It's writing them. You had to pick the longest one. Oh,
can I help you?
What is one compliment you hear that you genuinely struggle to believe?
Well, I know you're not going to believe me, but I get told multiple times that I call a really good basketball broadcast, and I struggle to believe it because I listen to myself afterwards, and I just don't hear it. But I have been told that my basketball broadcasts are fairly good, so I struggle to take that compliment. No one has ever called me tall, John. I promise you, other than maybe this guy right here. But she's only like 2 feet tall, so it makes sense. But yes, I call a good basketball game as a compliment that I never believe.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's honestly, if you would have told me to assume your answer, that was going to be my assumption as to what you were going to say. That I'm a good man.
No, I've never said that either, my friend. Travis is an army buddy of mine. We go back a long way.
I was going to say I've never recognized Travis watching. At least if he has, it hasn't been very often. Okay, I'm ready for yours.
All right, Sam. You get to replace Kevin from Home Alone with any actor or movie character. Who creates the most unhinged version of Home Alone?
See, the wildest part about this is I only watched Home Alone for the first time like a couple of years ago. I only watched it. Is this where I'm objectively have to say young Joe Burrow because they look similar? Is that where I have to say that? Who would be unhinged? Does it have to be a real person or can I say a movie character? Because I'm going to go a movie character that's not a real person. I'm going to say Stitch. Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. How's that as an answer for you?
I will take that.
Of just creating absolute mayhem. John says the Joker. Travis says Christopher Walken. But yeah, I'm gonna say Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Is that an okay answer for you?
Yes, but I really need you to see more movies, man. I know you're busy. I know you've got 8,000 things going on, but my goodness.
I did. I watched Home Alone.
Christmas Vacation from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I have seen that. I enjoyed that one. You know my hot take on Christmas movies, the one that I think is the most overrated, right?
Christmas Story? Are you an anti-Christmas Story guy?
Yeah, Christmas Story is quite possibly the most overrated piece of American movie. It's not good. It's just not. I think people only watch it because it's nostalgia instead of actually watching it because it's enjoyable. Because you're anti-Elf, right? Thank you, John. I'm not crazy. Because aren't you anti-Elf?
John hates everything.
Yeah. Because he's intelligent. Yeah,
hey, remember how we were talking about compliments earlier that nobody believes? You called him intelligent.
No, that was mean. Apologize to John.
I will not.
Apologize.
I will not.
Sam, he's my friend.
Apologize.
Yeah. I was making fun of John.
Still, John's a nice guy. Okay, 1 to 20, but you can't pick 19.
No, you're not. 8.
Pick another one. I saw this one come through, and it's literally the worst question. I'm just going to read it to you. I don't want you to answer this because it's rank these fan bases by chaos potential. Bills, Eagles, Raiders, Browns. That's a terrible, terrible question.
Bills are the worst, then Eagles, then 10.
10. Oh, okay. This is actually kind of a fun question. Okay. If every team had to take a random fan and start them for one game, which sport becomes unwatchable and which sport becomes the best?
football?
Oof.
That's kind of a fun question.
I think basketball becomes the best simply because it's the easiest that somebody can pick up and play.
I think soccer.
Hockey would become the worst. And soccer would probably be right behind it. Because the thing is
but soccer, they blend in soccer.
Right, but the thing is, if you switch out the fans to baseball, like the pitching all of a sudden goes way down, and you'll be able to get guys that'll be able to hit. Oh,
yeah, but see, this is team, so it can't be boxing or golf because it says team.
Right.
If every team had to take a random fan, so it's not.
So I'm saying hockey would become unwatchable, and basketball would become the best.
But wouldn't you kind of like wouldn't you like to be sitting there in the stands at Wrigley Field this year, and next thing you know, the Cubs just point to you and be like, "Hey, Shohei's pitching. Good luck."
We always joke that they needed to bring a celebrity in. It was the 9th inning, bases loaded. Hey, random
now batting
fan,
for the Cubs, Leroy Clamola.
You are in.
Leroy Clamola now hitting for the Cubs, and he will be facing Tarek Skubal. Good luck.
I just hope to walk. Don't you dare swing that bat, Leroy. Don't you dare swing that bat.
Once you take the bat off the shoulder, you would try to once. I know you
at least once, and it would as whatever you picture in your
cartoon
head,
character, you'd be spinning in circles, right?
In your head would just.
See, I think I'd be smart enough. I'd be smart enough to just not take the bat off the shoulder.
No, I'd have to. I'd have to at least try once.
For you, though, you're lucky. Your strike zone is the size of an oyster cracker.
That's true. That's true.
You could Jeff Bagwell it, which I love. So there was one time where I was playing in like kid pitch, and I walked up to the at bat and did Jeff Bagwell, and the umpire made me stand up. He says, "You don't actually hit like that."
Nope. Let's go. Chop. Come on.
I was like, come on! I want to make my strike zone smaller.
Aw.
Okay. What's your question?
Leroy's
left-handed though, Steven, so he can't really catch it.
I do have a left-handed catcher's glove, right-handed. But yeah, I caught one game over in England because we were really short-handed, and I just want to say I don't know how catchers do it.
Oh, it's hard.
I don't. I'm telling you, I did it for one game, and that was the best sleep I've ever had at night. I was exhausted after that game. I don't know how catchers do it.
They're probably in a little bit better shape.
What is the greatest sports job that is not actually playing the sport? Some of the things that I have on here is paint the end zone, control the Zamboni, be a first down holder for the flag, or operate a scoreboard like at Wrigley Field. What is the best sports job that's not actually playing the sport?
Broadcaster.
That might have been Trav. That might have been that game.
Broadcaster is probably. I mean, that would be my answer. I mean, listen, that's it. But if I can't pick broadcaster, I'm going to pick PA announcer. If I have to pick something outside of the industry, I think it would be kind of fun to be a like in promotions. You know, promoting the game and getting all of that stuff lined up for it and doing that. That would be it. Usher wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I would say one of those. Or even the guy that, like at NFL games, that flies the sky cam. That would be fun. That controls that.
I like the security guards that work at the racing because they don't actually watch the races and they just stand there. And it's so funny because the cars will go by. The one chick was pulling security, and every time her hair would just go like that the whole how the cars go by.
Mascot?
Oh, I could do a ring girl.
You'd be a bad ring girl. You'd be a really bad ring girl.
Wow. That hurts. That hurts.
What would you do if all of a sudden you were watching a boxing fight and there rolls out John Malone to be the ring girl? You'd be mad, wouldn't you?
No, I'd laugh. Yeah, John.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think controlling the Wrigley Field scoreboard because it's manually operated, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Brushing their teeth?
No, she is drawing a picture.
Okay. I just heard it sounded like teeth brushing. I was like, well, that's...
Yeah, because she's making the hair.
Okay.
And because she has to do it right next to me.
You got any autographs?
I do. Let's get to them. No athletes today.
Oh gosh. So you're gonna pick a actor from the 1940s?
No. Come on, that's not what I want. Why is this being stupid?
You know what you get to pick to as we're thinking about it as the thought process rolls on is you're picking Cougs Edmondson on Friday. It's big coming up.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty excited. There we go. My goodness, that was being stupid. There we go.
This is great podcasting. It's just fantastic.
Shut up.
What is... Do we get like a hint as far as you said it's not an athlete?
It is not an athlete.
Wait.
You're not giving us anything else than that?
Not for this one. All right, he's a famous musician.
Is it John Lennon? I see it. It is John Lennon. Yep.
Did you just say Lennon?
No, John Lennon, not London.
What's it underneath? What's the underneath part?
He used to draw.
Oh, it's a face. It's a face. Okay, now I see it. It's a face.
He used to draw a picture of himself on all of his autographs.
See, I didn't see it. I didn't see it was a face until just a second ago. Is that John Candy?
Nope.
Not George Harrison. George Carlin?
Nope. It's another musician.
Okay.
Wait.
It's not from the Beatles? Oh, yep. Now I see it. Dang, he's good. Johnny Cash.
Yep.
All right, so we had John Lennon and Johnny Cash. All right, here's our third one.
John Fogerty?
Yes, absolutely.
That's one I can get. CCR.
Famous John musicians.
Okay. That was one I think I would have gotten regardless. Once I got your musician hints.
Also, it was John Lennon's birthday just the other day. So,
no John Malone autograph?
I don't have John's autograph. John, send me your autograph.
You don't really want that, do you?
I do. Listen, I pick on the guy all the time. He's a fantastic EMT. I need his autograph.
What do you want him to sign?
Gauze.
John, I want you to sign some gauze and mail it to Leroy. Sign some gauze. Well, you know what Steven Smith does? You know, his autograph has become famous, right? Did you know this?
Because of his daughter?
No. So his tradition is that during games, he always drinks like a bottle of water during the games, and he signs his bottle of water and hands it off to a fan at the end of the game.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
And I mean, listen, a couple of those water bottles ended up on the mantle of some Cougar parents. It was I think the one that he gave out on Saturday is already on eBay. Look at that.
$5.
$500.
This is 7-year-old London Sky.
That's pretty good. Yeah, Steven's moms are loving the
All right, see, London, I showed off your artwork, all right?
Good job.
For all 17 of our viewers.
Yeah, it's going well. Alrighty, time for a little bit of pick contest here. I do want to make a suggestion, and you can reject if you want.
Go on.
Between now and our next show, there are 4 bowl games. Do you want to make those our?
When do you want to do these? Because we usually do. Also, I will be setting up tomorrow. I will be setting up our bowl contest, our traditional bowl contest that we started last year. I'll be posting the link from the Pressbox's Facebook page. So make sure you sign up for it. Bragging rights for a full year, and get on there. You can see and pick all the bowl games that you want. Do they do? Obviously, I would assume with the playoffs, they do all the way through the playoffs, and then.
So the playoffs are next week. Yeah. There'll be something like that in the bowl contest. But
yeah,
my thing was for this week's pick contest is that instead of us picking games, those are the 4 games, because usually we pick 4, and those are the 4 since there's 4 of them. I was just thinking that, and just do no extra NFL games this week. Okay, so we open it up. So I'll ask you, Leroy, do you want America to pick, since they picked the Grayson County game but didn't end up actually getting, since we're doing a no contest on it, do you want to keep them at Grayson, or do you want to make them go to Taylorville? I'll let you make that decision.
Go to Taylorville.
Okay, so Leroy, you get 2 questions about Grayson County, the Cougs. At 1-1 on Friday night, travel to Brownsville to take on the Edmonson County Wildcats, who have a 2-1 record. You get 2 questions. I believe they're 2-1. Stephen, correct me if they're not 2-1. I believe they're 2-1. You get 2 questions about this game.
What happened the last time these 2 teams faced each other?
Grayson County won by 62-55, I think was the final score. Stephen might correct me. 62-55, something like that was the final score, and the Cougs won.
Okay. And
obviously that was last year.
How many seniors are on the team for Edmonson County?
Oh, boy. I'm going to have to look that up really quick because I don't know that off the top of my head.
That's fine.
Let's see. How many seniors does old Edmonton County have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 seniors. They have 7 seniors on their team. Steven says your questions are deceiving. You're picking the Cougs?
Yeah. What do you mean my questions are deceiving? I don't know what to ask. Maybe I'm trying to get into Gormley's head. You ever think about that, Steven?
You can't get in my head. I've got walls built up miles high. You know that. What's our Taylorville game of the week?
Can we talk about those walls?
No, we cannot. They're built for a reason. What is our Taylorville game of the week?
Taylorville heads to let's see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I know. Horrible podcasting. I know.
God. Do you not know where you're going?
Yes, I do, but we have 2 games coming up, and I wanted to call the right one.
Steven says Cougs by 20 is his pick.
Oh, my goodness. Taylorville is taking on Charleston Trojans on Friday night. Charleston Trojans on Friday night. Taylorville goes into the game 1-3. Charleston goes into the game 2-5.
Oh, boy. These 2, I mean, if you want to count this as one of my questions, it's not like it helps me at all. These 2 playing football, right? Didn't they play in football this year? Okay.
Taylorville beat them in football.
Okay. Not that I mean that doesn't mean literally anything.
I know.
You said the game is at Charleston, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Who won last year?
Taylorville won last year by 35 points.
No further questions. I'll take Taylorville.
Yeah, Taylorville won 60-36 the last time these 2 teams faced off against each other.
Okay. I'll take Taylorville. No further questions. You can count my football question as one of them.
All right.
America, you are picking this game. Though, America. So you get to throw that in there as to which game you would like to pick. If you're picking Taylorville or are you picking Charleston? And when is this?
This is Friday night.
Okay. Oh, in fact, actually, there might be a game that we have to pick this week.
The 5th game.
Now that I'm yep, we do. There is a 5th game, and I think you'll be okay with it.
Unrelated. Taylorville won for their first time this year, but they also won the 1,500th game in school history. They're only the 33rd team out of 800 basketball programs in Illinois to win 1,500 games, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, Taylorville picked up their 1,500th win in school history yesterday.
Interesting. So good for them. That's pretty fun. Okay, Taylorville is America's pick as well. I'm in the other tab here. So Leroy, we will now switch gears and go to the NFL as the Cincinnati Bengals host the Baltimore Ravens. The Bengals' playoff hopes are in the balance. If they win, the hopes are still there. If they lose, they're officially eliminated.
You guys are still in it even after that loss to Buffalo?
Yeah, it's not wild. Like, they need some help, obviously. But it is still there.
I'll go
so
Bengals.
Who do you got?
Joe Burrow.
He is going to take the Bengals.
It seemed like that.
I will also take the Bengals in this one, just because I want to be happy and have a little bit more hope for a little bit longer. Okay, I'm in the other tab here. Let's switch back over so I can see our comments here for this. John is going to take the Ravens.
The NFC is crazy, man. The Bears go from number 1 seed to the lead. And like all of those 8 to 9 teams all basically have the same record. It's really wild.
Bengals is America's pick, too, as Christy comes in to make that selection. AFC North travels to beautiful Soldier Field as the Bears take on, if it's brown, flush it down.
Bears.
I will pick the Bears.
What? Well, you better fix it.
And I'm assuming Leroy will also pick the Bears.
I already said it.
If you did, it wasn't loud enough.
Bears.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just saying it just because you wanted to say it. And
nope.
Bears is America's pick. Okay. The one that I didn't ask your permission, but I'm putting on regardless, and I don't think you're going to be upset by it. On Saturday.
Oh.
Army Navy.
Oh.
Are you okay with throwing that one in along with the
Yep. But you already know my answer.
Leroy is picking the Coast Guard to win.
Samuel Gormley, stop it.
Space Force? Were you picking the Space Force? You are picking Army.
Go Army, beat Navy.
I will pick
Go Army, beat Navy. Let me hear it. Say it.
Go Navy. I'll pick Navy.
Say go Army.
Travis is picking the Space Force. John is picking the Air Force. Steven and Christy are both picking Army.
Thanks, Trav.
I'm picking the same one with Daddy.
She's picking Army. Travis says he hates West Pointers.
They are a bunch of pricks. They really are.
Army is America's pick.
I cannot pick the Navy. I just cannot do it.
Okay, and the first bowl game that we get to pick. Oh, it doesn't have the names of the bowl games?
Oh,
I'm going to just have to do it this way here. Okay, the bowl games here. Oh, it is the bucked up LA Bowl. The bucked up LA Bowl pits Boise State against Washington.
That's so stupid, dude.
Washington in the bucked up LA Bowl. Leroy,
that's bucked up, man. That's bucked up.
Washington, or are you picking Boise State?
That's bucked up. Washington.
Actually, Washington.
I agree. I'm also going to pick Washington.
That's bucked up, man.
Stop. Leroy's picking Washington. I'm picking Washington. John is picking Boise. Steven is picking Washington. Let's see what Christy picks here.
What is that look? Hey. Lexi.
I'm not Lexi.
You certainly acting like her.
Okay, since Christy hasn't made a pick, London, Boise State, or Washington?
Washington.
Washington is America's pick. There you go. Okay, the next bowl game for us to pick. That's London already took your pick, Christy. Sorry. You missed it. You missed your chance. You were slacking. In the IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl, Troy takes on Jacksonville State. Do you know where the IS4S Veterans Bowl even is, Leroy?
Nope. But I know Creel sucks. All right, that's all I know. Creel sucks. So I'm going with Troy.
It's in Montgomery, Alabama. Something tells me you wouldn't have guessed that, would you have?
I would have said something like Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You should.
I do love, oh, hey, you're getting a bowl game. Guess where you're going? Montgomery, Alabama. I'm gonna pick Jacksonville State.
Oh, Creel sucks.
I pick that.
And Troy appears to be America's pick down there. I'll be the lone one on Jacksonville State. Okay, next bowl game is the Staff DNA Cure Bowl, as Old Dominion takes on South Florida. Old Dominion against South Florida. I will take. I'll pick first here, and I'll go with South Florida. Well, South Florida did lose their coach, but I'll stick with South Florida.
I'll pick the same one, like Sam.
Byron Brown's fantastic. I'm going with South Florida.
You don't even know who Byron Brown is. You lying sack of.
Like your head. Side eye.
3,154 passing yards. Let's go.
We got 2 votes for Old Dominion, 1 vote for South Florida in here. Was London picking South Florida?
What are you picking, London? South Florida or Old Dominion?
Old Dominion is America's pick. Okay, there we go. And
Then
the last bowl that will be happening, and we will have to wait until the end of the show. So it'll start at 7:30 Central. So it'll be happening during the show next week. It is the 68 Ventures Bowl as Louisiana takes on Delaware. Louisiana takes on Delaware. Leroy, what's your pick? Got any reasoning behind that?
I don't think Delaware is very good at football.
Why do you say that? Huh?
When's the last time Delaware went to a bowl game?
Never, considering that this is the first year they've ever been eligible.
See? So there you go.
And because of that, fighting Blue Hens. Go Hens. I'm going to take Delaware. That's for Joe Flacco.
You feel better?
That's for Joe Flacco. Absolutely. A shout out there. I'll give Joe Flacco a shout out. And Delaware appears to be America's pick of the week with me on that. All righty. Those are our picks of the week. Go ahead and close out of that and do that. Good show.
The Delaware quarterback's name is Nick Minicucci.
I started one of the first college football dynasties I did this year on this year's game was with Delaware. I was Delaware's offensive coordinator. We went to the playoff.
Hey, good job.
And might have played Alabama. Didn't go well. Didn't go well at all. Didn't go well at all. Nope. We were the 12th seed. Had to go on the road at night against Alabama. Did not go well.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, was not a great night to be a Blue Hen. There's no question about that.
Shout out to JMU, man. I tell you what, they got that number 12 seed. They were all so excited over that. Fantastic job from them. So JMU faces Oregon, Alabama faces Oklahoma, Tulane will face Ole Miss, and University of Miami will face Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Indiana, who beat Ohio State, Georgia and Ohio State all made the.
Are you mad that Indiana won?
No, I to Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
That was Indiana's. That was Indiana's biggest win in school history, and somehow Alabama got in with 3 losses, which I'll never understand. So,
because who the hell were you gonna put it? Notre Dame? What the hell Notre Dame do to deserve it?
Why putting three lost teams in the playoffs?
Because who else deserved it?
No one gives a shit.
Yeah, well, they actually played a damn conference.
I'm not saying Oregon, but I'm not saying that Notre Dame belonged because their schedule was cupcake.
I mean, Ohio State. I mean, okay, their best win after beating Texas game 1. Penn State?
Vanderbilt belonged. Vanderbilt should have been there.
Heisman Trophy winner should be Diego Pavia. It absolutely should be Diego Pavia. Mendoza will win.
When's the last time Vanderbilt was ranked in both basketball and football? I don't think it's ever happened before. Has it ever happened before?
I have no idea. I mean, basketball, they're usually solid. They're usually solid in basketball. But, I mean, Diego Pavia should win the Heisman, and he won't. They'll give it to Mendoza, and that will not be the right decision. Pavia is the most fun player in college football. And I'm sure you're a fan of his mom.
She's hot.
I knew you were. Yeah, I knew you would be a big fan of Diego's mom.
Of course.
Next week, we will make our picks on the playoff, and I think we'll talk more about the playoff next week since it happens next Saturday. That was a fun game because, Steven, luckily we had gotten home from our game in time to watch that, and I watched pretty much the entire game. And my biggest takeaway from that was like, yeah, neither one of those quarterbacks is the Heisman Trophy winner. I was like, yeah, Diego Pavia was Heisman Trophy winner. Because still one like a 13-10 game. Do you like those low scoring games?
Every once in a while. One thing I like about Western Kentucky and watching WKU football, you knew that final score was going to be 56-49. You didn't know who was going to come out on top, but you knew your team was going
to be 4.5 hours long.
You knew your team was going to score 7 or 8 touchdowns. And I tell you what, as a Northwestern fan, I promise you I've watched plenty of games where I'm like, I don't know if we're going to score today. So that was something that I always enjoyed with Western Kentucky, was just the fact that you knew, regardless of whether or not they won or lost, they're going to put up 6 or 7 touchdowns.
I just don't love the low scoring. I don't
Stop
love it.
drawing on yourself. Christy.
Have you had to tell her sometimes already about that?
Don't you dare.
You know you want to, London.
Sam, I'm going to drop her off at your house.
You don't know where I live.
Yay!
I've been there.
Yeah. Almost 10 years ago.
You still live in the same spot.
I want to go to Sam's house
Did
already.
you get lost? You got lost in the way or something. I remember it taking because it takes like an hour to get from Bowling Green, and I remember it took you like an hour and a half. I guess Christy does have my address; she does. And it took you like an hour, and I remember like getting close, like, oh well, they must be dead. Like they must be dead in a ditch. Well, that's one thing.
Rest in peace, Leroy.
And then we went and ate some Mexican food. We did.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Look forward to next week's show.
Stop trying on yourself.
You never know what kind of shenanigans we could get into. And have a great week. Have a good call. And go Cougs and go NATOs, right?
Yep, I got basketball on Friday night and Saturday.
Same.
And then I've got basketball on. Oh, I got basketball on Sunday too. College basketball on Sunday. UIS takes on Roosevelt University.
Oh boy, yeah. See, next week for me, I've got game Tuesday, podcast Wednesday, game Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it'll be a lot of it. And of those games, only one is at home. Actually, 2 games on Thursday. And we're going to do a doubleheader on, including in different locations. So, we'll see you next week, Leroy. Have a great rest of your week.
You too, brother. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We'll see you next time.